Okay, ladies, so I've wrestled this in. It will be tight because you want it to be tight. And I added, you know, like you can have, your seam allowance can be whatever you want it to be. I only did a narrow seam allowance, but I've put that in so it's nice and tight. So you can see through there where my tube is, and I've got my little bit of elastic here, and I've got my little ribbons. So now we sell cracker snaps, and what did I do with the cracker snap? Oh my gosh, one moment, stay right where you are. Here we are. So we sell these cracker snaps. So what you do is we're going to put one of these through the center first, and we can see how long it is. And the first thing you're going to do is put your cracker snap through, tie one end up so that it's nice and tight, and that's going to hold that cracker snap together. Tie that in a bow. Okay, like that. Then you put all your goodies that's going inside your cracker in here, right? Once you've got all your goodies in there, then you tie this end up. And you've got to have really dumb jokes, and you can put, you know, one year, the funniest year I think we had, is we went and got, oops, if your cracker's too long when you've finished and it's showing your cracker snap, just trim off that little bit on the end because you really don't want to see it. I'm trimming off about that much. I don't know how much that is, but it's that much, just so you can't see it. Anyway, so one year, the funniest one we had was we put moustaches, stick-on moustaches, and everybody had to wear a moustache for today, even the children. It was very, very funny. Anyway, so put all your goodies in there and then do your bow up. And you have got a really lovely gift for someone with a gift inside. So this could actually be their Christmas present that they get to keep. But I'm going to choose to make them to have, and they're going to stay at my house. All right? So you can see the difference between ironing it and not ironing it before you actually turn it through. So I will just take that roll out. Oh, actually I might leave the roll in and just press it. But they do look really pretty. Now I'm just going to bang a cracker so you know that they're for real, because then once you've done them, you tell, oh, which one's got one in? Oh yeah, you tell the recipient to hold the banger only and the other person to hold the banger only, because you can't pull the fabric, so they have to just hold the banger, and this is what it's like. So they do work, so block your ears. Ugh. Now the person that wins the cracker is the one with the longest stick. Look, not much in length, but there's always one longer than the other one. Oh, that smells. You haven't got smell-o-vision. So that is quite strong when you've just banged that. But yeah, so that's what you do with your crackers. Now, if you don't want to go to the work of doing all the stitching on your cracker, you could cheat like I've done on this one. And I've just used a ribbon and some rope, and I've just stitched that on. So that's a piece of ribbon by the meter, and it's Hessian. So I've put a little bit of a Hessian on the edge with a lace and a bit of Hessian rope in here. And with the same ribbon, because I think it's quite cute, I've made a little goodie bag. So ridiculously easy. And this is just a piece of ribbon folded in half. I tied on a little bit of rope, and then I have top stitch around the top, and then I can put goodies inside my little bag and tie it up with the string, and I reckon that's really quite cute. So that's just another little idea you can do that's quick and easy for a gift. And the other ones I'm doing, I'm making blue, just something a little bit different. So I've used a blue fabric, and I've used a lace that they use for knitting coat hangers, which is a bit different, but I like the silver on it, and I'm a little bit into silver at the moment, so I've done silver stitching on that one. So I think they will look quite pretty on the table. That one's not for me, but these ones I can mix and match these ones on the table, and I think they'll look really nice. So I've got a couple more blue ones to make. All right, now there's another idea you can do that's quick and easy for Christmas, and that is to make these little pockets. Now the idea of these is they can have a little stud on here. It's just a square of fabric and it's just the way it's folded. They can have a little stud on here, and you can put your knife and your fork and your spoon in there, and you can fold it over and they stick out the side, and then when you open it out they've got a Christmas napkin. Now this can be a napkin they can take home, so that could be a nice thing to do also for Christmas. And all we've done is roll edged around the edge of the napkin and put a different fabric on one side than the other. So that's quite a nice idea as well for putting your knife, fork and spoon in, and then they can open it up and have a napkin. So that's rather sweet. They've actually stitched these ones together, so I'll have to just undo this one so you can see, because that was supposed to have a stud on it and it's actually been stitched all the way through. So I'll just undo it so I can show you. That's funny. That was just for a sample, you see, so the good old quick and pick comes in handy. So this is what we started with. We've just got a square and a plain fabric in the middle, and it's been rolled edged with the overlocker. Now if you don't have an overlocker, you can simply put the right side of fabric together, stitch around it, leave an opening, turn it through, and you've got the same thing. So to fold them, you just put your insides together. So this is the inside. You just put your insides together so that you've got a nice half triangle, and then you just fold one in like that. Now I'll go this way so you can see it. So you fold one up so you've got a nice line across there, and then you fold the next one in so you've got a nice line across there. Okay, fold one of those down, you can put all your bits in there, fold the other one down, and this is where you'd put a stud, and then they can take that off, open it out, and they've got their napkin for the day. I think it's quite cute. Very, very simple, but very, very effective. So that's just another cute little idea as well. And then I think this one is rather gorgeous because I love, 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 love these fabrics. And this one's just got a little bell on it. But again, I like the idea of the little stud because you can hold it. So I'll hold it down here so you can see it, because apparently it's the same as my top. There you go. So that can have a little stud and it can go down like that. All right. Cute, eh? And there's another quick and easy idea that I'm just going to quickly show you. If you do any gardening, or you have got lots of flowers in your garden and you want to go and pick your flowers but you don't want to put them in a old box or something, you can make yourself a very quick and easy mat. And all it is a square of fabric like this, and it's got a little bit of bias binding across the end, and when you put the bias binding to go around the outside, you make a loop, and so you can have hessian on the inside, and you can lay it down. You can put your flowers or your vegetables or whatever inside your little bag, and you just hook it up like this, hook it up like this, and hook it up like this, and you can take your goods inside, or you can put your weeds in there and you can have your weeds this way, and this can be wiped down. So you can throw all your weeds on there instead of having to then go back outside, pick all the weeds up you've thrown. They can go on something that can be wiped down, and you can fold it up this way and this way and this way to throw in the bin. Okay, so they're just a really cute little idea for out in the garden. And then this one you could use actually for picking strawberries, but this is exactly the same idea, but it's just got cotton fabric on it. So it's just a really neat little idea when you're out gardening, because you've got an extra something instead of having to pick it all up and throwing it. Because you know what it's like, you weed your garden, you throw it on the ground, and then when you pick it up you don't get it all anyway. But if you're putting it straight onto something, then you can pick it up. But the one with the laminated fabric is a lot more practical, obviously, for that job. But I think that one's just really cute. So that's just another idea. Now, my favourite thing of all this here are these. So I've been making little Christmas decorations out of old cotton reels. And then I've been putting little, decorations underneath, and I reckon they are super, 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 super cute. So I saw this idea online, and they hadn't done Christmas ones, but I thought Christmas ones have to be done. So I'll show you what I did to make these. And I've got another one here that I think's rather cute. And I've made it out of a gingham ribbon. It's quite sweet. And that's just using a little plastic cotton reel. So this one here is a wooden cotton reel and this one is a plastic cotton reel. You can just pick these up really cheap from the op shop. Don't take the thread off. I'll tell you why. So the first thing you do, I'll just show you on this one, is you get your cotton reel. My glue's stuck well. You get your cotton reel, your ugly old cotton, and you leave it on there. Because what you want to do is find a ribbon the right width to cover the cotton, and then you just put the ribbon on there and you've already got something substantial underneath it. So then you just wind this around like this and you glue it, and that's step number 1. Okay, so that's what you do first. So the one I'm doing today is a tartan ribbon, and the cotton under here is bright purple. It's super ugly. So I've got my cotton reel and I want to get a button that's going to fit on the ends of my cotton reel, and then I'm putting another button on because it just looks cute. So my first thing I'm going to do is I want to get a braid that's going to go through my cotton reel that I can tie. So after making quite a few of these, I've worked out if I fold my braid in half and lay it on top of my machine, I can hang all of my little twiddly bits on first. I used to do this last, it's stupid. So I'm going to hang these decorations on first, and I do that using a wire. So this is just a craft wire. We sell this by the meter for like, I don't know, 80 or 90 cents. And this is a 28 gauge. So I'm just going to cut that. And I'm going to thread my little Christmas tree through here. There is a hole. And I'm going to fold my wire in half, and then I'm just going to twist it like that. That's all I need to do. Oops, goes my cotton reel. And I'll just get one more thing. I won't be too long. I'll just get one more and then I can show you. So I'm just going to get one more. And this one's really, really cute. I love these decorations. And again, put the ends together, get the halfway, and just twist it so it's not going to come undone. Like that. Now you want these to hang at different, you want these to hang at different levels. So you just hang it like, kind of like that. That'll look cute. And then when you've got 2 or 3 of them, here's another one. I've got a little Christmas parcel. So when you've got 2 or 3 of them, you get the halfway mark of your braid and you just thread those around the halfway mark and then just twist them together. And you can put a little crimping thing on there if you want, but I just twist them because you're not going to see them. Once it's done, cut your ends off with your cutters. Just nick it. You need proper things. Please don't use your sewing scissors. Now, what you're going to do now, you've got that on the end, you're going to put your small button on first. So you're just going to, your cord needs to fit through your buttonholes, by the way. The holes on your buttons. One button, and then your other one upside down, 2 buttons. This is so super easy. Thread those 2 cords through your cotton reel. See, like that. So it's going through my cotton reel, and then thread your other 2 buttons at the other end, and you have just made the cutest ever little Christmas decoration, and so quick. So you could do these with the kids, the grandies, the neighbours' kids. I think they're just so much fun. Thread this through here. Love it. Like that. Oh, there is one thing I forgot. I forgot to get my ribbon. That's all right. And then just tie that in a knot. Don't get your finger caught. Thread that through. And that's how super easy they are. I reckon they're great. So go to your local op shops or raid your grandmother's sewing box, because you shouldn't use them for sewing, and you have made the cutest little decoration. So all it needs is a little ribbon around the top of that. And we are all finished. I love it. So that will end up just with a little ribbon, and it just finishes it off. They're cute, eh? So I think they're a neat little gift for somebody that sews, and maybe next year your tree can be adorned with all these cute little cotton reels. I think they're rather sweet. Now the last thing I'll just show you is another idea that I've been doing, and it's just the simplest way of making something nice and festive and Christmassy. And you could make a table runner or whatever, but it's just everything on here has been fused on. So all of these squares here were just strips of fabric, and I've shown you how to do this before. So that is my background fabric that's all been woven and pressed, and then I just ironed on my bits of poinsettia fabric, and I have blanket stitched it all, but it's coming up really, really nice because of the metallic thread. Okay, so the metallic thread is what makes it really, really effective. So I've used the gold metallic thread. This is my favorite one. Again, it's the Madeira, but it's called Gold 3. And the reason why I like it is because it's not such a harsh color. So look, the blanket stitch is beautiful, and I've just done this on the whole thing, and then you'll see I've just started doing freehand stitching. So don't think metallic thread is only for sewing straight stitch. It's for sewing blanket stitch, it's for sewing all your fancy stitches, but you can also freehand quilt with it. So this will end up a cushion at some stage for Christmas, or it may be, I don't know, it might end up the center of something else. So it's just a fun idea to do, and you can see from the plain fabric how putting the gold thread makes a big difference. But remember, when you're using the gold thread, you must use the metallic needle with the eye 3 times the size. It is the most important thing I could ever teach you. So metallic needle, metallic thread, and you won't have any problems. And if you do, make sure you let me know, because we need to nut out why it's doing it. Because there is no reason why your machines shouldn't sew the metallic thread. Alright ladies, well, as this is the last Bernina Club for the year, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I am so looking forward to next year. I've got lots of ideas that I need to get done while I have a little bit of a holiday, which is, I think, maybe 4 or 5 days, but that's okay. We only close the stat days over the Christmas, and I'll be emailing you all the dates next week that we are closed. So have a Merry Christmas and happy sewing and safe holidays, and I will see you in February when we start again. See you later.